From Shakil Ahmed to Tariq Anwar to Rashid Alvi to Mumtaz Patel, daughter of Ahmed Patel, a question is beginning to hang in the air that the Congress party cannot simply brush aside any longer. Is this coincidence or is this a pattern? I'm asking tonight. Leader after leader, many of them senior Muslim faces of the party, are pointing in the same direction and saying broadly the same things about Rahul Gandhi. That he is unapproachable, it is impossible to get him to agree on ideas, that he listens only to a small coterie, that there is no institutional space for dialogue, and even according to some of them, that Muslim leaders in particular feel ignored, marginalized or taken for granted, which is almost unthinkable in the Congress party, which has always been considered the natural party for the Muslim community to vote. Now, some go further and warn that the vacuum this creates is being filled by others, that when the Congress looks distant or disengaged, it creates political oxygen for outfits like Asaduddin Owaisi's AIMIM to grow, as it has in recent elections. That is not an ordinary complaint when the pattern of lament comes from leaders belonging to a community that the Congress has always assumed will never dither or abandon it. It is a warning to the Congress ahead of elections in places like Assam and Kerala, where the Muslim vote is by no means marginal and the Congress isn't a side player. So what is really going on here? Is the Congress facing a Muslim problem? Is it as serious as that? Or is it facing a leadership problem like it has for many years, that Muslim leaders are simply articulating more openly at this time? Because let us be very clear tonight before the elections, viewer, these complaints are not unique to Muslim leaders. That must be said. For years, Congress leaders across regions and communities have spoken about Rahul Gandhi's brand of leadership, about centralized decision-making, about the coterie, about the broken feedback loops and a high command culture that shuts out the old guard, dissent and ground-level inputs. It is reflected in the Congress's disastrous electoral performance for many years now. The difference now tonight, however, is that Muslim leaders, many of them very senior, are now saying it out loud and doing so publicly. That in itself holds significance in a party that has famously been accused of making appeasement second nature. What complicates this picture is voter data. Post-election surveys from 2024 suggest that the Congress has actually improved its support among Muslim voters nationally. That does not support the argument of voter abandonment. So those crying foul and saying Muslims are abandoning the Congress, the data does not support that at all. The votes, at least for now, are still coming to the Congress party, which leads to the real issue. This may not be about votes at all. It may be about voice, about representation, about who gets heard and who gets access. If a section that the Congress has, without any doubt, shown more largesse to, begins to poke holes in the high command, then you can bet your last buck there is a real problem. And that is the harder issue for the Congress before these elections, because votes can hold for a while on habit and fear, but voice, once denied for too long, eventually finds another platform.